This is a Ford Transit panel van familiarisation. On the way up towards the vehicle, we're checking for any obvious leaks, signage of leaking, oil, coolant. So far there's nothing under this vehicle, so we'll just continue and we'll do a quick walk round check. We're looking for any obvious signs of damage, car park dents, scrapes, anybody running into the vehicle when it's sitting parked up before you actually take the vehicle out. We're just walking around the whole vehicle before we actually get in it. So we just press the right hand side of the key fob and unlock the door. Before we actually go into the vehicle, I'll just point out we've got a fire extinguisher there. I'm looking at the fire extinguisher, it's a powder extinguisher, as well as here you can see the wee dial there is in the green, so that's okay. Next thing I'm going to point out is actually the seat adjusters itself. This one lowers or heightens the front of the seat here, that one does the rear of the seat pad, and the turny bit here, it adjusts the back of the seat. On the front there, we've got a lever here, pull it up, pull the seat forward, pushing it back. It depends how long legs you've got. And also it's got a head adjuster here. By pushing that in at both sides, and it'll push the headrest up. We're just going to get in the vehicle now. What we've got here is electric windows. Passenger side as well as driver's side. Just coming in, we've got a cup holder, more storage space here. Move on to the light switch here. We've got parking lights, off, side and main lights. Also, as you can see there, to work the fog light is on this switch as well. When the lights are on main, you pull the switch out and the fog lights will work in the rear. Next to that, we've got a wee roller switch for headlight adjustment. If you're quite heavy weighted in the back, the early mornings, the dark evenings, you'd have to adjust that to suit so you don't blind other drivers. Above that, we've just got an air vent, flow switch there, and it's directional by moving the wee switch there. Move on to the steering wheel itself. Got a horn in the middle, as you can see it's also got an airbag. Then we've got two stalks coming out. Our right hand stalk is for our wipers. At the end, you push it in, it'll scoot the windscreen, it'll wipe 3 times, it'll delay for a second or two, then it'll wipe a 4th time. The first switch on the wipers itself is for intermittent, and then you've got another 2 speeds after that. On the intermittent switch, you can see here it's got 4 different speeds. Just rolling the roller there and it'll do your different speeds. On this one you've got directional signals. You push it up, release it, it will flash 3 times and cancel. If you put it fully on, it will come off when the steering returns after you've done your turn. Below that, we've got volume control, seek mode for the radio system itself. Moving into the centre of the dash, we've got a speedometer, a fuel gauge, a temperature gauge, as well as a rev counter. In the centre there, it's got your mileage as well. What we're going to do now, I'm going to turn the ignition on. To click 2, you can see all the lights coming on, the gauge is going up, and so many lights will go off. What we're left with, we've got an engine management light, we've got a battery light, we've got an oil light, we've got a doors open light, and we've also got the handbrake light itself. For the demonstration, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually start the vehicle. There should only be the parking brake light that should be left on. That's vehicle start. The last one to go out was the oil light. We've got 2 on, but I can eliminate the door one by closing the door. So we're good to go, everything's working, and that's all we've got is a handbrake light. If there was another light left on, we'd have to defect the vehicle and get it sorted out. I'll just switch it back off. Above the steering wheel we've got a wee pouch here. We've got a 12 volt feed in that. Next to that, got a little tray there with 2 cup holders in it. A little storage space. Moving on, we've got another air vent. We've got an ESP button, the electronic stabilising program. We've got hazard warning lights. We've also got a heated front screen. We've got the stereo system itself, which is a single disc player. We've got another vent. We've got a 12 volt feed, which used to be a cigarette lighter, but now it's more a phone charger or any 12 volt accessory. Below that we've got a reversing cutout, as it says there, 11:30 PM to 7 AM. Next to that we've got the heater controls. We've got recycling air, we've also got the fan, we've got directional flow, and we've got the temperature itself. What I'm going to do now is show you how to set this up. Your windows were steamed up. So we turn that on to full, onto red to the windscreen, we turn that on to windscreen, and we turn the fan on to the windscreen. Also we do our vents, change the vent to the windscreen and fully open on both sides, vent to the windscreen and fully open. So if your side windows and that were all steamed up, you start the vehicle, within 2 or 3 minutes the vehicle would be demisted. So that's how you would demist the vehicle. After it was demisted, you just turn it back to your normal, if you had it top and bottom, and a little fan blowing. We're looking at the gears here. It's a 6-speed this one, and reverse gear. Select the reverse gear. There's a collar here, so lift the collar up, pushing it right across to your left and pushing it up, your reverse gear. Moving across the vehicle, we've got another storage space here with another auxiliary plug, and then we've got a sticker here. Non-authorised passengers, seatbelts must be worn. Do not overload this vehicle. It's got a gross maximum vehicle weight, gross vehicle towing weight, no smoking, and do not use mobile phones while driving. So we're just moving across to this side. We've got an AA fleet card, tax disc, and also the no smoking badge. Electric window on this side as well. What we're going to do now is show you the height adjusters for the seat belts. As you can see here, push button, pushing it in, and it slides up to your preferred height. Got to remember the seat belt must sit across your shoulder and not across your neck. So if you are taller, put it up, make sure it's securely locked in, and then pulling the seat belt out across your shoulder. For the shorter people, dropping it down, clicking it in, same again. It sits right across your shoulder and not across your neck. Before we actually go outside and do a pre-start check of the vehicle, I'm going to show you how to adjust your mirrors. The mirrors themselves, he pushes in the top, the bottom, left and right. The wee bottom mirror here, it's a fixed mirror. It's a wide lens. Okay, you can see further out than the main mirror. So I'll just show you how to adjust the mirrors. As I say, they just push adjust, and you should be able to see right up the side of the vehicle, and you should see further out than the vehicle as well. So that would be a correct position mirror. If the mirror was positioned like that, it's not use, because you're seeing more of the vehicle than actually out further than the vehicle. So there's your mirror there. You're also seeing just the back wheel and no more, and as I say, most of the view is further out than the vehicle. Both sides the same, so you would open the window and adjust that one. So that's how you adjust the mirrors in this vehicle. What we're going to do now, we're going to go outside and do a pre-start check of the vehicle. To get a true reading of the fluids and that, the vehicle should be parked on firm level ground. So we're going to open the bonnet to the left, to the right, and holding the key till it releases. And just put the stay up. Under the bonnet you've got a few things you should check on a daily basis. Some of the vehicles are marked with yellow, as you can see. Power steering, we've got the brake fluid, we've got the oil dipstick, and we've got the coolant. Also we've got the screen wash as well, which we should be checking and topping up when required. So the first thing we're going to check, the engine oil. So just remove the dipstick, wipe it. And what I'm going to show you is actually the dipstick minimum maximum marks itself. That's the minimum mark there on this vehicle, and it goes up to here, which is the maximum mark. So that's for your oil level. So we'll push it back in, give it a few seconds, we'll take it out and we'll actually check the oil mark. You can see it's just there, it's highlighting on the maximum. So the oil's up to level. The coolant itself, you can see it's just on the maximum mark there. The screen wash, it's just down the neck of the bottle there, so it's got plenty in it. Looking at power steering fluid, yeah, we shake, it's just under the maximum, and the brake fluid is just there on the maximum. So we're just going to shut the bonnet, secure the bonnet stay, lower the bonnet to about 6 inches, drop it, and just checking it's actually locked. From here we're going to check the wiper blades. Just at the end of them there is the first signs of when the wiper blades are starting to go. They start to split just at the end. Checking the tax disc for this vehicle, as well as its in date, as well as a visual in the windscreen itself. So from here we're going to check just round the rest of the vehicle. We're checking all the bodywork, the mirrors are intact, the door, the glass and all the rest. One of the checks we've got to do is your tyre and wheels. On the wheel itself you'll be checking the rim for any dents, the wheel nuts, checking them, just a visual of course. On the tyre it's a sidewall check, any banding exposed. If you find a cut any more than 25mm you'd have to report it, get the tyre changed. On the tread itself, on this particular vehicle the bare minimum tread depth is 1.6mm. The tread wear, that's what we're looking for, or any cuts on the tread itself. Just checking around the vehicle, checking the mirror casing's intact, checking the glass, the bodywork itself. Let's have a look inside, see the first aid kit here. What we're going to talk about now is the vehicle weight plate. The top number is the maximum vehicle weight. The second one down is the maximum gross towing weight if the vehicle had a tow bar. The next one is your first axle weight, and the next one is your second axle weight. So that's where to find the weight plate for this particular vehicle. Next we've got the fuel, and as it says diesel, we only put diesel in this vehicle. Make sure you pick up the correct pump. You just put the key in, turn it to the left and release. You can see it's got a wee flap there. Always make sure you put the filler cap on correctly. Make sure it's tight, and there you go. After the fuel, we'll just open the side door, have a check in. You can see the vehicle's been all nicely lined. We've also got tie down points here. One there, 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 and we've actually got one in each back corner there, as well as one above the wheel arches. See the bulkhead here? You've got to remember, the bulkhead's only thin steel. So if you do have tools and equipment in the back of the vehicle, you should actually strap them down using your tying down points. You'd not want to be braking in case of emergency and you've got a toolbox coming up at speed and coming through the back of the bulkhead. So we'll just shut the door there. So we're just checking around the vehicle, bodywork, and then come back to the tyre. Same again, checking the sidewall, checking the wheel nuts, just a visual of the rim, checking the tread depth and the wear. Just checking the bodywork on the way back around, checking the steps hole, just check the doors unlocked. Quick look in. The doors themselves, if you push the shell button, it releases the door hinge itself and it comes round. Both doors are the same. Pushing the button in and it will come round. There's a downside of this. If you're working at the side of the road, you can't really open that one up fully. Just leave it open like that for the sake of passing traffic. And we'll continue the checks round the side of the van. Same again, other tyre, nuts, rim, sidewall, tread and wear. So that's us back to the start. Just checking the mirror casing. We'll just do the last wheel, nuts, rim, sidewall, tread and wear. Next thing we're going to do is actually go into the vehicle, turning the lights on, and we're going to check all the lights are working. Put the key in, turn the ignition on to 2, lights on the side, main, pulling it out for the fog, putting the hazard warning lights on, we'll select reverse, you can hear the bleepers going, so what we'll do, we'll just cut the reverse out and we'll walk round and just check the lights that are on. I'm just starting here, we've got a repeater lamp, indicator, side, main lights, same on this side, repeater again, there's no side markers up this vehicle, tail light, indicator, reversing light, and we've also got the fog light here. We check, we've got 2 number plate lights working, tail light, indicator, reverse and fog. The only one we can't check just now is your brake light. Unless you've got somebody with you, you could check that. So we just turn these all off. I do have a way to check the brake lights. So turn the ignition on, we'll get a stone and we stick it between the brake light switch and the pedal. So we'll go around the back and just check, see if the brake lights are working. As you can see, we've got the high level working here, we've got brake light working there, also brake light working there. So that's all the lights checked. I just release the stone, turn the ignition off. What I'm going to speak about now is the lights. If I turn the ignition on to 2 clicks, we've got a new thing that came out in February 2011. It's called driving lights. You can see there, headlights are on, side lights are on, and also the tail lights should be on. Doesn't matter if your lights are switched off, the driving lights are on. As I say, that came in February 2011 for cars and vans. What we're going to do now is demonstrate the ladder rack. So we'll open the doors up. As you can see, we've got some pictures here, the do's and don'ts of the ladder rack. Don't stand underneath when you're pulling it down, stand behind it and pull it towards you. You've got all the demonstrations here, how it actually works. So what we're going to do, we'll just get the bar and demonstrate the ladder rack itself. So put the bar up, right up, turn it to the right, pulling it back, it releases the catch, pulling it all the way back straight and it starts to come down, and then you just lower it and it stands on the leg itself. you'd remove your ladders, and before you go to the job you would fold your ladder rack back. So just using the pole, pushing it straight forward, and it clips in. Releasing the pole and putting it away in the back of your van securely. So that's how the ladder racks works on the back of the Transit. That's us just finishing off the familiarisation of the Transit panel van. So just lock the vehicle, and that's us done the Ford Transit panel van familiarisation.